the final seconds.
We talked about LeVert struggling in Game 3. Do you see Okoro moving back into the starting lineup?
Tough call. If I was JB, I would consider it. But I'm not JB. And it seems like JB doesn't really like Isaac Okoro very much. I mean, probably likes him as a person just fine. But the start of the year, when the Cavs floated a big article through Cleveland.com that it was Okoro's time and he'd practiced his shot and we could all look forward to him being in the starting lineup, JB went, nah, no, I'm going to start Karras. He seems to want to play around at that position and doesn't want to give Okoro the time there the way that he did in his rookie year. And to start the playoffs, Okoro had a knee issue, and we worried that that would stop him from getting out there. I've wondered if he's still having some issues with the knee, and they're being cautious with him. Game 2, I was surprised he only played 3 minutes, but I assumed that had more to do with injury. But the fact that they played so poorly in Game 3 and he only had 12 minutes, and much of that came sporadically and mostly when it didn't matter. I don't know. He's one of those players that I'm very unsure of how JB sees him being used on this team. And that's kind of scary because we've gone through 80 plus games. Shouldn't we know by now how this player should be used? I thought Game 1 was unfortunate because it seemed like they came out and decided to surprise the Knicks by running some offense through Okoro to start. And that's not, fair to Isaac, a guy that is not really sure of his shot on most nights, let alone Game 1 of the playoffs. They're having him shoot corner threes. And that's just something that he can do when the game is in hand, not when it's all on him. So I know he had a big shot at the end of the year, and that helps, obviously, that will help his confidence level over time. But the fact that he went 1 for 6 in Game 1 and then got 3 minutes in Game 2, he's just not seeing enough time and being given enough opportunity to feel like he's believed in for him to really go out there and contribute. I think Isaac Okoro is a guy that needs to be propped up. If he loses some of that confidence, you can really see it. He wears it out there on the court. And I think that this was the worst time for JB to make him feel unsure about himself. So I would say I'd like to see him start more, but I don't know if JB believes in him.
Yeah, those are all fair points. I think that Okoro deserves the start in my mind because I think that he allows the team to continue what JB loves, which is to have an identity on defense. Mm-hmm. I think he does struggle offensively, but it's to your point, which is they tell him to sit in the corner and shoot threes, but he can contribute in other ways. So I would like to see them have him bring the ball up at times. We know that Brunson is the worst defender on the Knicks team, and it would be awesome to see just Okoro go at Brunson more. And instead, we're just seeing LeVert come in and do a similar thing, but he's just getting that chance. We're essentially seeing that LeVert is getting the chance because there is a trust issue there where JB doesn't really trust everything that Okoro is doing on the offensive side of the ball, which is frustrating because, again, to your point, you've coached Okoro longer than you have LeVert. So what is the issue here? Is it that Okoro doesn't have the confidence and he's just not there yet? Or is that you're not enabling him with the confidence to be there? And I think that it's more of you're yanking him off the floor every 5 minutes. You're just, his minutes are so up and down. I don't expect him to have any type of consistent flow as to what he's supposed to do on the court. And he is also a very young player compared to LeVert, so he's going to play more up and down when you are giving him up and down minutes. So I think that you also have him start because, as we mentioned at the top of the pod, LeVert is better. He feels more comfortable coming off the bench. So LeVert could still get more minutes, but Okoro is starting. That's not out of the realm of thinking. That happens with the Knicks right now with Robinson starts, but Hartenstein he's been getting more minutes than Robinson in some of these games. So that would be fine as well. Just let the kid play. Let him have some stability, and if you're having issues offensively, it's really not on Okoro. It's on the fact that you're not getting Garland and Mitchell and Mobley more involved. So why don't you work on that and let Isaac contribute in some capacity?
Thank you for listening to the Cavaliers Basketball Club podcast. Let's go Cavs!